General Impurity Theory, Ernest Albert Houghton's November 20, 1887, May 3, 1954, was an American physical anthropologist known for his work on racial classifications. Houghton conducted detailed research on physical and racial characteristics and used his data to develop wide-reaching analysis of racial components of American Indians and more controversially to attempt to characterize the physical attributes of criminal, while his efforts of connect the external physical of people to their internal personality or character had some merit. His simplistic extrapolations of actual behavior was methodologically and logically fluid. Houghton advocated a cautious approach to the claims of evolutionary origins of the human race, especially after the events connected to the discovery of Piltdown Man, which was proven to be a hoax and a great slap in the face to the scientific community. In light of this, Houghton wrote, "No anthropologist is justified in reconstructing the entire skeleton of an unfamiliar type of fossil man from parts of the skull cap 1 or 2 feet and perhaps a few oddments of mandible, jawbone, and long bones. Inference concerning the missing parts are very precious unless more complete skeletons for other individuals of the same type or are available to support the reconstructions." Houghton, 1937, 1970, 115. Houghton's research projects were filled with meticulous data, but he was not content with the mere documentation of details. For Houghton, the broader implications of his finding were the essence of his research. Thus, his study of the skeletal remains of Pecos Pueblo led him to identify various racial components in American Indians. Houghton remains famous for his work in criminology, in which he used his work in racial classification and applied it to the area of criminal behavior. Houghton believed in Cesar Lombroso's theory of the born criminal, according to which criminals could be identified based on their physical characteristics. Through his own research surveying American criminals, Houghton tried to find evidence supporting Lombroso's theory, suggesting that criminals have inferior. He classified those characteristics into sociological, psychological, physical, morphological, and pathological areas. See Houghton, 1939a. There are some examples of Houghton 1. Criminals are less often married and more often divorced. 2. Criminals often have tattoos. 3. Criminals have thinner beards and body hair, and their hair is more often reddish brown and straight. And 4. Criminals often have blue, gray, or mixed colored eyes and less often dark or blue eyes. 5. Criminals have low, sloping foreheads, high nasal bridges, and thin lips. And 6. Criminals often have rolled helix and a perceptible Darwin's point. Based on this observation, Houghton concluded that the underlying cause of criminals' behavior is to be found in physical characteristics, that is, physical inferiority. He suggests the human psyche can even determine which type of crime a person will commit. Tall, slender men are predisposed for murder and robbery. Tall, medium, heavy men for forgery. Tall, heavy men for first-degree murder. Medium, high, heavy for attentional behavior. Short, slender for burglary and larceny. Short, medium, heavy for arson, while short, heavy men for 6 offenses, since he believed that biological depositions determine deviant behavior. Houghton advocate removal of criminals from society, seeing no hope in their rehabilitation.
Physiological theories. Why do individuals commit crime? At the same time, why is crime present in our society? The criminal justice system is very concerned with this question, and criminologists are attempting to answer them. In actuality, the question of why crime is committed is very difficult to answer. However, for centuries, people have been searching for answers. With Jacobi 2004, it is important to recognize that there are many different explanations as to why individuals commit crime, by Conklin 2007. One of the main explanations is based on psychological theories which focus on the association among intelligence, personality, learning, and criminal behavior. Those in any discussion concerning crime causations, one must complete psychological theories. So there are three major psychological theories of crime. The first is the psychodynamic theory, which centered on the notion that an individual's early childhood experience influence his or likelihood for committing future crime. And the behavioral theory. Behavioral theorists have expanded the work of Gabriel Trade through behavioral modeling and social learning. Cognitive, and the third is the cognitive theory, the major premise of which suggests that an individual is perception and how it is manifested, by Jacobi 2004. And there are also germane to psychological theories as personality and intelligence combine these five theories of characteristic. The first is the psychodynamic, the second is the cognitive, the third is the behavioral, the fourth is the personality, and the fifth is the intelligence. And the psychodynamic theory is the jointness. Jointness is defined as a dynamic process representing an emotional system for attachment and for communication between separate individuals who jointly approaches each other in a third joint virtual space. So jointness represents an encounter between mother and infant. Psychotherapists and patient or any partners experiencing simultaneously mutual intimacy while concomitantly safeguarding separateness. In the psychotherapy is the use of psychological methods, particularly when based on regular personal interaction to help a person's exchange and overcome problems in desired ways. Psychotherapy aims to improve an individual's well-being and mental health to resolve or mitigate troublesome behaviors, beliefs, composition, thought, or emotions, and to improve social skills. So, in general, psychodynamics is the study of the interrelationship of various parts of the mind, personality, or psyche as they relate to mental, emotional, or motivational forces, especially at the unconscious level.
So the word behavioral theory. The second major psychological theory is behavioralism. This theory maintains that human behavior is developed through learning experience. The hallmark of behavioral theory is the notions that people alter or change their behavior according to the reaction this behavior elicits on other people. Bandura in 1978. Ideal situation behavior is supported by rewards and extinguished by negative reactions or punishment. So the second is family interaction. So the family interaction demonstrate that children who are aggressive are more likely to have been brought up by parents or caretakers who are aggressive. So the third is environmental experience. Environmental experience suggests that individuals who reside in the areas that are crime prone are more likely to display aggressive behavior than those who reside in low crime areas. Sheldon in 2006, one could argue that high crime areas are without norms, rules, and customs. Boom in 2001. So the last is mass media. So the word mass media. The third sources of behavioral problems are the mass media. It is difficult to discern ultimate role of the media in regard to crime. Scholars have suggested that films, videos, games, and television shows that depict violence are harmful to the children.